Hello, 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 hello. So we are live. Welcome to Making Comics Art. This is episode 328. It's pretty insane. Um. So yeah, Godspeed, little soldier. Um. I don't know. I felt inspired to do a weird name. Cause I didn't get much sleep, so I guess that's pertaining to me. Just a quick story. As I get ready, and there's a motorcycle outside. Doom, 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 doom. Um, yeah, so I had a very early doctor's appointment. And, well, it's just for a blood sample. And yeah, really quick, one and done. Then I did a full shopping. So essentially, this past month has been a challenge. I had very little money coming in and trying to make ends meet. And uh, last night I was totally out of cat food. I literally, I don't know, I went out to check the mail or something and came back and there were like a porch full of strays meowing at me. I'm like, guys, I don't have anything. Go see the neighbors who have some food. But yeah, I was emailing back and forth an editor of mine, and throughout the night. So which is why I didn't get a lot of sleep. But I did fix my financial issue for the time being. So not rich. I'm Peter, if you didn't know. But I will be able to move forward and get some things done. Won't have to worry about the bottom line for a while, which is always good. And then, by the time that current flow of money dries up, I'll have other money coming to me. So, fingers crossed. So yeah, I got like 2.5 hours sleep. Then I did shopping, came back here, unpacked everything, fed every cat in the neighborhood, and I don't know. At some point, I crashed, but it wasn't for long. Hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. And sort of been doing a little cleaning today. But I haven't gotten any actual work done. And these I want to go longer and do some fun stuff. But I don't think tonight's going to be the time. Also, because I'm using StreamYard, hey, Michael, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight? Because I'm on StreamYard free, there's a limit to how many hours I can go. Then then I'm screwed. Not really. So yeah, there's the 20 hours are free, but they updated and everything. There's a lot more cool stuff, but they're charging a lot more. I think it used to be $28 a month for Pro or whatever it is. And now it's like 44, I believe, unless I'm wrong. It's not quite in the budget. I've I've added a subscription before when I had little money and had always, ran out before I blinked, and yeah, it's not worth it until it's worth it. I have over 1,000 subscribers, and thank you for the new people who joined. If you haven't joined, please just give me a sub, even if you don't watch my channel. It would be cool to have get to 2,000, and eventually I'll have the watch hours. But I went essentially. I almost went back to zero as far as watch hours. So it's only 100 and something at the moment, because I haven't been streaming regularly, for a long time, and only just now getting back into it. But I'm trying to be regular now, and eventually I'll have a schedule, maybe for a few days a week. I'll schedule an actual time, like every Thursday. Do it 7 p.m. or something. Figure it out when we get there. But right now I got too much work, too many projects. But this one is 2 pages away from being done. If you watched me last time, I think off camera, I just tightened their faces up a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy like the previous page. I did a lot of extra work on this, but I'm thinking with this page, I'm going to go a little bolder, simpler. Not as crazy, since it's a different scene, different tone, and mind you, other than the 4 pages I have inked on this, it will be a different artist anyway. So there's that. If you didn't know, this is Capistar. There's my cat at the window. He always senses when I work. He's mostly outdoor kitty cat. But he comes in and goes out a bunch of times throughout the day. So yeah, this is Capistar with Tribe Studio Comics. And I'm going to be co-penciling and inking, well, fully inking the next issue. So this is a 4-issue miniseries. This is issue 3. So issue 4 will be a collab with another artist. Somebody who's more like, cartoony, like a little bit like Archie Comics ish. So it'd be interesting. And Michael said, I am well. Awesome, man. Glad you could join me tonight. Keep me awake. Keep me honest. So above and beyond that, I have a commission I'm going to be doing. I should let my cat in. He's going to be a pain in the ass. All right, give me 1 second. Open the door and let him in. Boop, 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 boop. What? Rocket, rocket, rocket. Go eat. Rocket is in the house. Just stay away from me, bro. So, yeah, I got to commission a Betty and Veronica commission that I'll be doing for somebody. So I'll be penciling and inking that. So that would be fun. Other than that, I got a big ass job. So I got a graphic novel. Hasn't been announced. But it's going to take us a year to work on it. So I'm going to be working on that privately. But there's other things I could bring here. Because I don't think we're going into issue 4 right away with this, with Copper Star. Still waiting on a script for that. So I got something with my buddy Randy Bishop. I worked on Hawk of New York. And I have the pencils for issue 8. Now, issue 8 was published, and I inked a few pages of issue 8. But he wants me to ink issue 8 for when he does the trade. He's going to have my full inks in the trade. So that should prove interesting. And I know there's a ton of other work I'm doing, but I think focusing on 3 different things at once is is enough for my brain. So yeah, if you never been here before, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share it out with your friends. It costs nothing, and it definitely helps get my videos seen. I realize that I don't have the best quality videos. Part of it at the moment is my internet isn't great. But that will be improved in time. I'm going to do improvements across the board. For me, my studio, my channel. If you see my covers of late, the YouTube covers, it's just been simple covers with lettering. I'm gonna start doing drawings at some point, but I have to start learning how to use Procreate, so I can do that with that. I have a iPad. Because that will be my practice. They may not be fancy covers, but it will teach me how to, get comfortable drawing on the iPad with the program. Essentially, I'm going to be using Procreate to color my book Retro, as well as I have Clip Studio Paint and a tablet, XP tablet. So I'm going to use both. Because that's, it's my belief that using both will give me some abilities one or the other doesn't have. Also, future episodes of the show, I'll get some guests on. I had my friend Allison on not too long ago. I don't want to go too crazy. I feel bad that like I drop out sometimes. But every once in a while, if there's ever any guests that you want to see, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Drop a comment below the video if you're watching this later. Oh, I know. And I can do this. Let's see. What have I added? No. Maybe this. Turn on some background tunes. Yeah, so I was getting into like specifically StreamYard. More expensive, and I'm probably not getting it right away. And I want to be able to stream throughout the month. So I did find another program site, whatever you call it, stream. You're able to stream through. So I'll check into that. That might extend my period of being able to stream and not having to pay for it. Because I ain't rich. Not yet, anyway. Next year is going to be a big year. Next year, I'll be past a lot of work. I'll be getting my book out. I'll be, thinking about conventions again, thinking about traveling. So we'll see how all that goes. I did clean, well, partially. I got a bookshelf behind me that's where the majority of comics and books I have are. I didn't call myself a collector. Comic collector, like I'm an art collector. Like comics because they're art. But I moved around so much that I got rid of the majority of my collection. But the books I have now, a lot of them are, stuff I pledged to crowdfunding, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, most Kickstarter. And, a bunch of it I read, most of it I haven't. What, buddy? What? Yeah? Come on. What? What? Come here. You didn't book me? I'm streaming. Trying to do a show. Yeah. Alright, you can sit there. Don't come up here. No. I see it in your eyes. Yeah, go find another spot. My cat's a character. He wants to come and lay on my desk. All right, go to bed. All right, this will be really good to sleep. All right, we have to clean this. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, a whole bunch of books, and I'm gonna take a serious look at it, each and every one, and I'm sure there's at least maybe a fifth of it I can get rid of. Ooh, it's the real Jay. Welcome, Jay. You were scared of me. I am scared. So yeah, at some point I'm going to take a real look at the books I have. Probably read everything, but give away those I don't really. If it's not something I really, really love, then it's worth having. Because, currently I don't know. You sound different. Probably. I'm worn out, man. I'm like running on fumes. I explained earlier, like I was emailing somebody, one of my editors, throughout the night, and I only probably got 2.5 hours of sleep. I had a really early doctor's appointment, short visit just to get blood. Got some more sleep throughout the day. But it wasn't fun. Well, maybe I had a cold. No. Tired. It's like I feel tired in my body, and yet it's also the opposite feeling. It's like part of me is jumping out of my skin. I guess that part is like happiness. I've had a challenging month this past month, but now things will take an easier turn. As long as I don't screw it up now. Life is always challenging, but things are going well. I can't complain. Except for the socials. It seems harder and harder to have any kind of reach anywhere. So I always try to, let people know here, like, if you're watching this, if you enjoy what I do, then share it out. Share it on your website, share it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you have. Yeah, push you on excellent. Yeah. You'd be surprised. One new person sees it and says, "Hey, what's that? Never heard of somebody who makes comics. Let me go check it out." All right, change the music time. I really have to put add my own music, not my music per se. Find some good free music. This is just what's available for free now. Luckily, the Cat Rocket decided to go sleep. Funny thing is, he usually goes to sleep before me. Well, I'm up to like on a good day, 2:00 in the morning. I'm up. I do like to, if I work late or even if I'm just out late, come back home and just I like to chill out for an hour or two, cool down after a hard, long day. Unless it's been an incredibly busy day and I was running around all day and I come home, I can crash right away. But usually, I do some reading, do some art, relaxing art, not work art. Hey, Michael, have a good night. If you are still here later, I will be back. Awesome. I'm not sure how long I'll go, but so here is me sharing that on desktop on Instagram. You can't just repost to all. Um, yeah, I mean, something changed. It used to be programmed to repost stuff on Instagram. Um, but if you put it in a story, I don't know. Always changing. Every site's always changing. Um, what else? Yeah, I mentioned before, like, I had a few new subscribers. Thanks again. Since I'm only back recently and trying to stream when I can, eventually I'll tackle more of the behind the scenes stuff that helps my videos get out. YouTube is great, but we're talking like billions and millions of videos on this channel. Your channel to grow takes a lot of work, and eventually, like I know not everybody makes a lot of money on YouTube directly, but it is one of the things that we'll be going for. Years ago I was a partner, and they changed the rules. So I'm not currently a partner, but I made $50. Oh, hey, Unhinged, otherwise known as Jason. Glad you caught me live too. I'm usually alive, just not live streaming all of them. If you're ever want to, Jason, come on, we'll chit chat. I know you said you'll have me on your channel when Icebox is another one of my projects. It's a book that I'll be penciling inking. I talked with the co-creator writer, Justin. We're gonna probably crowdfund in February, so that gives me time to knock out some more pages and whatchamacallit. I'm gonna do a cover, and he created a logo, but I thought it was too generic, so I have an idea for a logo. I'm eating dinner right meow. Yeah, hit me up when you go live. Awesome. Yes, I'm happy to see you live as well. We kill you, dude. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't know if we kill you just yet. Give me time. But yeah, Icebox is going to be, I guess, the project to look for. other than my own creator own retro, which is taking me forever to get out there. But that's mostly because I've always been broke. I continue to be broke, and I need freaking money to make that happen. Yada yada. But I'll get there. I'll get there. That's right. Peter is live and retro. Oh. It's true. It is true. I'll always be retro. I was listening to somebody, I don't know, maybe a few days ago, and they were really like gung ho about, I just want to go back to the 90s and live in the 90s. There's definitely a lot of good things about the 90s. 90s is when I got into comics, started working in comics professionally. So I was working a lot in the 90s. I was busting my ass and not sleeping a lot and still young and gung ho to like work on my skill and network, and I was working for Giant and All and DC and being published through Image. Busted my ass. For what? For a pile of work. Mostly because I like working in comics and yeah, that's it. Yo, Rio. My God, he's unhinged. 90s were great. But we got some great advancements now. I like that mindset. Come back with anything in it. But scientific experimentation in all opinions. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like, if you look at Hollywood, they're less likely to do something that's original, because there's millions of dollars that they put into these films, and they need a guarantee that they'll make it back, and I can understand that taking as many chances, but that's it. For those making comics, we could take as many chances as we want. Like with retro, it's like, if you like superheroes, there's a chance you might like my superhero book. I'm not trying to reinvent anything, but it will be my take and my story, retro story. But with something like Icebox, it's almost like a goof. It's like, it's gonna be a nudie book or whatever, cyberpunk. But I wanna have fun with it. Now, spare both of you my usual rants about how heroes are handled these days. Of course, you're not trying to invent. It's retro. Yes, I was agreeing with that. Jordan knows it. Chapter and verse, and Hinge doesn't need to hear it. You guys. You know what I do think is, like, there's a lot of good books out there. But I have ideas on how specifically you should do a book, and it will come across when you see it in your hand. I'm not going to tell you all my secrets right now. High five. But for those that don't know, I will be doing a book I'll be creating on my Patreon page with Jay. Something I call Nice Monster. And Nice Monster, I'm going to do it a very specific way, kind of how movies are created. The first version won't be eventually building beans. I wanna create a comic book like a movie is for you. In that, I'll be doing art for it, and I'll be, laying out pages and story. But I'm going to go back at some point and stick with the best bits, tweak the not so strong points, a very specific way of doing that. So, little experimental. And I'll be tolerating Jay's contributions. It should be interesting and fun ride. Once I'm past the next 2 or 3 deadlines, all this music gets repetitive. Sorry about that, guys. Let's dance. Let's dance. It's time for a dance party. I miss, one thing about the 90s, I miss clubs. I'm in a small town. We got nothing. Well, I guess there's a bar that plays music. new that I haven't been to. See if it's worth going to. There's a cigar bar as well. I don't smoke cigars, but I'm interested in the atmosphere of it. It looks fancy. So there's a couple new places in town. Gotta get my dance on. I gotta have a dance partner that isn't just my cat. I know people think I'm crazy. I don't care. So for the hair, he's got a bunch of zigzag lines. I'm just trying to make sense of it, or make it make sense. I mean, you know, art is just a bunch of zigzag lines. That's all art is. I beg your pardon. Rocket's getting pissed at me. There's too many strays coming out to my door now. You know, it tends to be like, if it's a nice day, more of them show up. And today was a nice day. Well, I was glad to be out for a good portion of the day. It was gorgeous. So I've been seeing the what is it, Pencils Up? Was that a Justin Belmont co-creation, or is it his own creation? I forget. I gotta get him on here to talk about it. I think it goes live soon. So we're a couple of days away. So this is Monday, Wednesday evening. Oh, really? Pencil down. I think it's live now. Oh, that's cool. I wish him the best of luck with it. Looks really fun. And I started a couple of the animations, the artwork. Yeah, I'll definitely try to get him on. I'll roll that. Oh, okay. So yeah, what is it? Wednesday night, 8 o'clock maybe. Anyway, my brother has a new book coming out. It's gonna be crowdfunded. Maybe you heard of it. Maybe you haven't. He's doing it with two little new guys. It's Billy Tucci and Brian Pulido. You may have heard of them. Making this new LinkedIn. I never had an issue with speed on LinkedIn. I don't think it's ever been slow for me. That's a site that some people are on. I mean, there's a ton of people on it, but not everybody who does, who's everywhere are also on LinkedIn. I am. I've been there for years. My bio there isn't really a good bio. But I gave up trying to keep track of everything I've been up to. Oh, it's very easy to vote, yeah. Pulido. Yes, I show you a stream announcement. Cool. Yeah, Billy Tucci, Brian Pulido, and Jimmy Palmiotti, and Amanda O'Connor are all doing a book together called Triple Treat. No, that Triple Treat was my idea. Called The Deadly Trio. Is that what it is? Deadly Trio? Looks really good. I mean, of course it would. Hey, Dale. Good to see you. LinkedIn will give you a profile whether you use them or not. Oh. I didn't realize that. I know a lot of people use it more than I do. I've been on it years and attempted at one point to make it into something, but it's another good site for me to be on. I got like a lot of good recommendations from friends there or whatever. If anybody looks and sees it or cares or I wish at times I had a better database of everything I've worked on. But I gave up years ago trying. And frankly, what I'm going to be doing over the next 10, 20, 30 years or however long I'm going is really what I want people to remember. I sort of bad supervillain pun name the other night. And most people know me from my Ackerman work, which is good because it's the most consistent work I did in my career still. I've got a lot of random stuff and parts of books and a bunch of pinups and some cards along the way. And Pin-ups. I said pin-ups. Yeah, a lot of random half issues things. So it's like I don't want to really be remembered for that. I went full comic runs. Thanks for everybody joining, even those quiet in the background, in the back seats. I do appreciate each and every one. I see the numbers of people as they come in and out. It's awesome and cool for you to even show up. If you just show up to my channel to watch a stream, subscribe to it, and leave, I'm thrilled. But if you talk in the chat, it's even more awesome of you. Even if it's just to say hi and bitch about the price of gas or whatever. So early on, I was saying like how little sleep I had, and wasn't sure how long I'd be going. I'm already past the point I thought I would be going, so I'm just gonna keep going until my head drops. I mean, no, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not sure how long. You know, my lack of sleep is partially responsible for the name of the episode. Hey, Belmont, did somebody call you? I was just talking about you before. Is Pencils Up live? And I got to get you on the program. Get you on a stream to talk about it. Is your ears ringing? So folks, that's called manifestation. I was talking about him, now he's here. Manifesting your dreams. Tell me, Justin, is Pencils Up live? Is that crowdfunding right now? And do you have a wrench? Can you share the link to it? Or maybe somebody else can? Hey, buddy. It's on Indigo right now. So you mean live? So it's live and not just pre-launch. Avalanche, does he have to give the link to me? If you can grab it, but you know, there's no back room for you guys in the chat. Maybe he could. He's on Twitter. Are you on Twitter? I forget now. Or you got off of Twitter. He's on Instagram if he has a link to, or just type in pencils up Indiegogo and go grab the link yourself. It's probably the easiest thing. You say my name 3 times a week. There you go. That's funny. Oh, I see. I don't want to go too crazy, but I want to add a little dimension to this. You know, I pretty much said previous stream, like I've added a lot to these pencils in the previous pages. So I'm almost treating them like just breakdowns, and I'm doing ink finishes. Oh, why am I saying up? Pencil down. That's great. Oh, EJB got it. There you go. Okay, so Jay is on X. Okay, Sharon on X. Yep. There you go. Pencil down. Why am I saying up? Because I'm up. I'm still up somehow. Welcome, EJB. Good to see you, man, as always. As always, coming in clutch. If I was to attempt to do it myself, the stream would, you know, I'd fall out of my own stream. It's about the time period in comics a few years back when artists were told to put down their pencils and stop working. Because you're tired, that's why, yes. Oh my God. EJB, hey y'all. Everyone speculated that the big two would stop making comics. Yeah, you know. There's always that sort of speculation going on somewhere with someone. Yes, major thanks, EJB. He posted the link. Yep. There's the link. It's in the chat. Go check it out. Share it out. Pledge if you can. Tell your friends. And as always, what I say is tell your mom. because everybody's mom is into comics now. Trust me, I know. Yeah, my mom's no longer with us, but I remember when I was working on Aquaman, she was so proud of me. You know, I gave her copies, and she'd show them off to her friends. Tell them all how good I was. Always a good feeling. I'm only ever tolerated my comic section. Well, you know, it's like my dad got me and my brother Jimmy into comics. So it started with him. He took us to a couple of our first comic conventions. I think the first one was New York Comic Con. I remember going by train. And back then, it was before it was in the Javits Center. Maybe the Rosemont Hotel, I forget. But the second one he took us to was a dive hotel in Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. I was in the basement, and it was like, imagine a large open rectangle. All along the walls were people selling comics, and smack dab in the middle, the only thing in the middle was George Perez, just drawing and keeping to himself. And me and my brother went up to him, and I was a very shy kid. But my brother started talking to him, and watching George draw and listening to them chat. It was great. I think the hotel it was in was probably demolished a couple of years later. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. George, who's no longer with us, was so good. So good. You know, at one point, my brother was going to publish his creator, George Perez's creator-owned comic. Was it Crimson Tide? He published one issue. Nothing more happened, but I think George found another publisher to put it out. Always loved his work. And that guy was a beast as far as getting work done. This music is keeping me up. Sometimes that's the key. Getting the right music, or I listen to podcasts, I listen to videos, you know, art videos, comic people videos, other kind of videos. I mean, you know, I watched a billion videos on YouTube, or at least listen to a bunch of them. I'm working. I can't watch and look. I'm not that good. The one guy I definitely look up to is is it? Oh my god. Strangers in Paradise. What's his name? Okay, this is where I start blanking on names. I'm thinking of Tony Moore, but that's Terry Moore? No. I'm blanking. Anyway, the guy who does Strangers in Paradise, he has a YouTube channel. He's drawing, he's inking, talking about comics. I want to have Terry Moore. Okay. There's too many T names out there. There's too many Moores. It's funny. Before I came here, there were a post from an old classmate, Dwayne Moore. I went to art and design for high school. I was in New York, and he posted a wall art piece he did. He was so good. Like at the time in school, in high school, he was really good. He's much better now. He's done a lot of DC animation like stuff, like not the animation, but designs and whatnot. But yeah, Terry Moore is freaking fantastic and prolific. You know, he's got Strangers in Paradise, but he has a whole other books, other series that he's worked on since. His art is beautiful. Oh, I know who has it. We have is it Tony Harris, who did Starman. I don't know if you ever seen his run on Starman, but man, that stuff was gorgeous. And he used a lot of reference, a lot of photos, actual people. But he had a very unique, designy type style. It was so cool. I feel like half the time I start talking about books and creators that I get everything wrong, and yet I do have a vast knowledge. I think I need to be in a conversation with somebody and not just on my own. Somehow on my own, I'm like trying to spit things out and getting everything wrong. All right, we can go for a tempo change into space. What's everybody doing tonight except watching me? Is anybody else making art currently? Anybody got some big plans for week or weekend coming up? With this page, I feel like I want to do more in some cases, but I do want to keep it simple. You know, it's going to be a color book, so I should be ready for my DA page. One fanfic thing, one HFY, one original site. What's HFY? Well, that's original. What do the initials mean? Yeah. You know, actually, I wanted to mention. I don't know if you were aware. Was it Tapas? Tapas has, you know, it's for webcomics, but they also do written stuff. Now, I don't think you can do fan fiction there. You know, you have to do original content. But if you ever so desire to Tapas, Tapis, you got it right. It's for webcomics, but they have novels and written stuff. Some of the written stuff has illustrations, or maybe all of it does, but yeah, that would be an interesting place if you were just a writer and wanted to get your stuff out there. You can post it there. Send me a link. But only after you get some sleep. Yeah, sure. I will do that. Which is about an hour and a half. I don't want to overthink like stuff I've done. I'm looking at like how I could add more to that. I could add more. No, by the time the the colors get put on it and the lettering gets done, it fills it out. Not everything has to be crazy detailed. So yeah, I've done some work. I'll definitely be finishing this page soon. But thank you all for coming around. Yeah, I'm gonna close it out. Again, subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a like. Share if you can. I have links down below to where you can support me. You can throw me a tip. You can become a patron. I'll be adding stuff to my Patreon probably next month. There's a link for StreamYard. If you use that, I get some money or something. So use that if you're interested in streaming as well. And like Jay says, I'm gonna get some sleep. So thank you very much for coming around, hang out with me, keeping me company while I work on projects I'm working on. Till next time, be well.